This is Mark. He spent 20 years building the finest shipyard in the kingdom. Today, he was just ordered to leave it forever. Mark is a master carpenter. His ships are the fastest and strongest on the sea. But Mark has a problem. To build the great merchant vessels the king desires, he needs a massive stone dry dock. He does not have the gold to pay the stonemasons. He needs two wealthy investors. The first is a merchant who provides half the gold. In exchange, Mark gives him 30% of the shipyard. The second is a knight who provides the rest of the gold for another 30%. Mark is happy. He still owns 40% of the company. Since he owns the largest single piece, he assumes he is still the boss. The dry dock is built, and the shipyard becomes the most profitable business in the territory. But then, the merchant and the knight want to change things. They want to use cheaper, rotten timber to save gold and increase their weekly payouts. Mark refuses. He says, "Quality is why people buy from us." The merchant and the knight hold a meeting. They do not need Mark to agree. Together, they own 60% of the shipyard. They vote to remove Mark as the manager. Because he no longer runs the business, they also vote to ban him from the property. Mark stands at the gates he built with his own hands. He still owns 40% of the value, but he has zero power. He is a stranger in his own home. In economics, this is called equity dilution. It happens when an owner brings in partners to grow, but gives away too much control in the process. We see this in modern business today. A founder starts a technology company in their garage. They need money to grow, so they sell pieces of the company to investors. By the time the company is worth billions, the founder might only own 5%. If the board of directors decides they want a new leader, that founder can be fired from the company they created. They might be rich, but they are no longer the captain of the ship. What did we learn from Mark's empty shipyard? Equity is power. Owning the most shares does not matter if the other owners can team up against you. Growth has a price. The gold you need today might cost you the dream you want tomorrow. Protect the vote. When signing a contract, look at who gets to make the decisions, not just who gets the gold. See you in the next story.